Hello, everybody. Today I'm gonna discuss the subject of semantic rules, chapter 8. First of all, let's know about grammarians and semantists. Grammarian describes the structure of a sentence in the terms of grammatical categories. What I mean by that, they divide sentence into components and constituents that consists of subject and predicate. The predicate consists of a predicator, okay, and the complement of the sentence, which I mean by it, uh, I mean the complement of the sentence consists either direct or indirect object, subject complement, object complement, or maybe adverbial. While semantics, okay, describe the structure of a sentence and the notion, the semantic notion uh, okay, which based on the assumptions of that meaning that can be understood in the terms by people or things throughout uh, throughout in real life. While the most important thing in semantic rules that we can find participants rules, okay, different participants rules. For example, one of these participants rules or semantic rules, just like agents. So, uh, let's go here uh, for the first one, which is agents. We know that agents, it's very important role or it's very important element that we can find in the sentence. According to grammarians, okay, they call the subjects, okay, grammarians, okay, as a subjects, okay, its position as a subject, but according to semantics, they call it agents. So agent, actually, it refers to the inmates, okay, who does the actions in the sentence. So the question is only the inmates who it refers to the subjects, it refers to the agent? Of course not. It maybe it refers to the inmate or an inmate. I mean by the inmate, okay, the person who does the action. I mean, in other words, the human being. While the other one, which is inanimate, that refers to the any lower level in life, or maybe to the or maybe to thing or to animal. So, for example, here let's start with the explaining the agents. Agents, actually, as if I said, is an animate being causes the action in the sentence. For example, here, Ahmed pushed the door. Ahmed, it refers to the subject, which is in semantics, agents. Ahmed does the actions of pushing the door, okay? And this you can see here. So Ahmed, we can refer it as agents because he performs the actions of pushing. Let's go to the second one, okay, which is patient. A patient, or what we call it, theme sometimes, according to grammarians, they call it objects. So here, patients, okay, who receive the action, who affected by the action. So for example, just like the dog ate the meat, okay, the dog ate the meat. Here, no, the dog is the subject, okay, a the verb, and the meat object. But if I analyze it, the dog, which is agent who does the action, who performs the action, ate as a verb, while the meat, it refers to the patient or the theme, uh, actually denoted by the predicate, eh, okay, which is affected by the dog. This furthermore the same theme, which is the same of the patient. Uh, if we want to go and take in, Farhan kicked the ball. Here the ball, okay, it's the theme or it is the patient. It's affected by the action performed by Farhan. Okay. The second rule of the semantic rule, which is experiencer, actually the experiencer, it refers to the subject. Okay, we cannot say it refers to the object, it refers to the indirect object, of course not. It's only affected by the subjects. So either it's followed by a copula verb. What I mean by copula verb, I mean it's the verb to be, just like is, are, am, or was, where, it depends. Or maybe it's followed by transitive verb of perception, or maybe emotions, or maybe cognition. So, for example, here we have Suzanne smelled the rose. Okay, the rose. Suzanne smelled the rose. We know that, okay, Suzanne is experiencer. Why is that? Because who smelled the rose? Who okay uh plays the role in the sentence. So here, if I say actually, according what I've already explained, that maybe the experiencer will be just like the subject that follows by a cobra verb. For example, I will say, John is very happy. John is experiencer is, which is cobra here. It's followed by a cobra verb, or maybe uh John is very sad today. It's the same experiencer and follows by cobra verb. If I want to support my explanation with the transitive, if it follows by transitive, what I mean by transitive here, the verb, okay, needs for or attach with the direct objects. For example, I want to say something here. Compared to the transitive, it's either a transitive verb of perception, or transitive verb of emotion, or maybe transitive verb of cognition. So for a transitive verb of perception, for example here, suddenly his wife heard a terrible noise. Here we have his wife is experiencer. Why is that? Because it follows, okay, the verb, we can, it's preceded by the verb, which is heard. Heard, we know that is a transitive verb of perception, okay? And a treble noise, which is the objects. Or maybe another example, the king saw a beggar lying on the pavement. Here, the king is experiencer, and the saw, which is a transitive verb of perception. We have certain verbs according to perception. For example, heard, saw, felt, something here, touch. This relates to perception. While if I want to support my explanation according to the third and fourth one, the subject of verbs, or the transitive verb of emotion, the verbs that related to the emotional one, for example, just like love, dislike, or a donor. For example, John dislike Mary. So here, dislike, join, it's an experiencer. It's followed by the verb. It's a proceed, sorry, by the verb, which is dislike, that refers to the emotion, transitive emotion. While if what about the cognition? For example, the cognition verbs, we know that, just like consider, maybe know, okay, these verbs. So, for example, just like my father knows the physician, or knows the doctor, here my father is the experiencer, which is followed by knows, precedes, sorry, by knows, which is the transitive verb of cognition. So let's go to the other rule of semantic, which is goal. Actually, goal, it refers to the locative place, because the locative place, it refers to the place the verb where the verb takes the action. uh, Goal, it refers towards, okay, the place it refers is the place towards which living, maybe, or non-living entity moves. For example here, Alia went home. So here, home, it refers as a goal, because Alia, okay, arrived and left home. sorry, Alia left to a certain place and she went to another place which is home. So here, if I start from one point toward another place, I've started uh, from one place, okay, and I uh, and okay, toward another place. I mean, okay, I will go to. I will travel. I will move to the other place. So the moving place, it refers to go. For this one, if we want to instrument actually it's one of the rules of the semantic, which is basically a very important rule key throughout the assumptions meaning of the sentence. So instrument, it refers to the okay to the thing, okay, uh okay, by means of which the agent performs the action described by the verb in the sentence. That mean, okay, whenever it comes to my mind, the key instrument, any instrument that comes to my mind, for example, pen, maybe maybe key, or maybe pestle, hammer, knife, any instrument, or okay, it's actually some okay. Sometimes it gets preceded by the word with. So here, let's start with the explain the first one. Uh, Okay, Nisa cut the bread with the knife. Okay, here we have knife as an instrument because it's a okay, with it's okay, it precedes by with. So or here by the objects. Okay, in this sentence, knife is an instrument because Nisa performs an action by this objects. So let's go to the other one. Locative, as I said before, it's okay. Locative, it refers what? Okay, it refers to what? It ref- what about locative? We know that okay, locative, it refers to the place. Okay, as I said before, and this place, it refers to any place. Okay, it's country, it's a village, so it's any place. And the locative, as I said before, it's divided into goal and source. The goal, that the place towards which living or non-living entity moves, while source, it refers to the place or the starting points I'm going to move from it, from where a living or not living entity starts moving. Okay, so it is the original place that I'm going to move from. So for example, if I want, sorry here, yeah, about locative, as I said, source, we reach to the source because the source, it refers to the starting point that I'm gonna move from. For example, we will say that she has come from London, and always it's precedes by the word from, while goal, it precedes by the word maybe towards or for, or maybe to, while source, it precedes no by the word from and sometimes by the word of. So